Hello, welcome to the Texas Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Daisha and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items. First, your camera and your microphone are off, so panelists will not be able to see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time and they can respond to you directly. This is one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website for others you may be interested in. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Beloit College.
Right. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. My name is Emily McAtee. I'm the Associate Director of Admission here at Beloit College. I'm excited to share a little bit more about what makes Beloit so special. So we are actually the oldest college in the state of Wisconsin. We're 2 years older than the state itself. In the bottom, you can kind of see where we are located. We are right on the Illinois-Wisconsin border, so about an hour and a half away from Chicago and about an hour away from Madison and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We think that no matter what you decide to major in or be involved with at Beloit, that every student needs to graduate from Beloit with those 4 basic skills: being an effective communicator, a productive collaborator, a creative problem solver, and the ability to be agile, both professionally and intellectually. So when it comes to our student body, we have about 1,275 students on our campus, and half of our students come from 500 miles away or more. So campus itself truly does become a second home for all students, no matter how close or far you're coming from. We have about 17% of our student body who are coming from outside of the US and are considered international students. About a third of our students are BIPOC, which makes us one of the most diverse colleges within the state of Wisconsin. And we do a lot to make this education affordable and accessible. So almost a quarter of our students are first generation, meaning they're the first in their family to get a 4-year college degree. So we have over 40 majors and minors on campus, but our students like to do a lot, and we lack a traditional gen ed schedule. So we're never going to put a list of required courses in front of you, meaning you get to jump into courses within majors right away. We think that's the best way to decide what you think it is you want to spend your 4 years on. So about a third of our students will graduate with a double major on their degree. On here, you'll see a few of our signature programs. Anthropology, we actually have our own museum of anthropology and our own art museum on campus. Between the 2 spaces, we have about 350,000 pieces. So if you're interested in the pathway through museums as well, our museum studies minor might be a good fit for you. Biochemistry, extremely hands-on for students interested in research or medical fields or anywhere in between. You'll do about double to triple the amount of lab work, so very hands-on. Creative writing, our students are really strong at communicating written, and a lot of that is crystallized through the Beloit Fiction Journal, a course that students take where they are actually publishing a fiction journal and working with it from the call up to authors to working with publishing houses to get a physical book made. So a great working experience. And our business and econ major, where through our Upton Forum, we bring Nobel laureates and world-renowned folks within the field of economics to talk about current issues within the field. All of that's done with a heavy amount of advising and mentoring on campus. So if you decide to apply to Beloit and attend, you'll actually get matched with your first-year advisor within 72 hours. You'll start the communicating and building a relationship with them. So by the time you move into campus, you already know that someone is in your corner, knows you well, and knows where you want to go. That continues on through your 4 years, and you kind of snowball and continue to acquire advisors as you go. But it's not just all about what's happening in the classroom. You have to have some fun too. And so we are a really active campus with over 60 clubs, organizations, intramurals. We are a Division III school for athletics with 18 different teams. And this building you'll see in the bottom right corner, the powerhouse, is a crystallization of a lot of that. It's an old coal-powered energy plant that we renovated into a new student union. Has everything from new indoor track and workout facilities and a turf field to swim and dive, another place to eat on campus, places to just plug in your gaming systems and hang out. So it's a really big hub for students. But they also like to get outside too. A Midwest winter might sound intimidating, but it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of ways to enjoy the beauty of the state of Wisconsin, both on and around campus. So when it comes to applying, we are on the Common Application and we don't have an application fee. We're test optional and we have been since 2014. If you choose to be test optional, you don't need to submit anything additional and you'll be considered for the same scholarships that all students in the pool, even if they submit test scores, will be. And those go up to about $36,000. What we'll look at when we're evaluating you for admission and scholarships is your essay. We'll look at your letter of recommendation that your teacher writes, how you've done in your courses with some context because of COVID, and what you've chosen to be involved with. And up on the screen, you'll also see some deadlines there that are coming up. I know November 1st is coming up really quick, but December 1st, we have another round of early action 2, which is non-binding. Our average GPA is a 3.32, and that's unweighted. But if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. I'm lucky enough to work with all of our Texas students, or if you identify as undocumented, I would also be your admissions counselor. So I'll put my info in the chat, but I appreciate you coming to learn more about Beloit.
Thank you, Beloit. Our next institution is Drake University.
Thank you. 1 second. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeremy Curtis. I'm an assistant director for regional recruitment at Drake University, located in Des Moines, Iowa, the thriving capital city for young millennials. Drake itself, located in the capital city, has a lot of advantages. Some of those being a best place to live in the US. It's also been voted a best place for millennials to live, and one of the hippest mid-sized cities in America. So it's setting this example that if you're a young, thriving student that wants to have the opportunity to connect with other young professionals, as well as take advantage of city life and other activities like having over 600 miles of hiking and biking trails, a very artsy city, then Des Moines is definitely going to be a place for you. It's also been voted one of the top 10 best places for business and careers, as well as a best place market city and best place in the US to work in tech. So really, I'm just setting the example of where Drake is located. Some of the quirky things about Des Moines are it's home to the largest skate park in the world. And so if you watch the Olympics, the Olympic training facility is actually now going to be housed in Des Moines. They added skateboarding to the Olympics, and that's where that's going to be held. Des Moines is also home to the second largest farmers market in the US, which I think is pretty phenomenal too. So if you like to get up early on a Saturday morning and get some fresh, delicious food and produce, then that's definitely going to be a good time for you as a student. Being in Des Moines, Drake is actually the largest school in the capital city. And with that being said, we're not that large at all. We've got just under 3,000 undergraduate students. So we like to say we're the perfect Goldilocks type of school because we offer all the things that you're going to see at your larger institutions. However, we don't sacrifice the smaller class sizes, which we'll see a little bit later. But with that being said, 70% of our students actually come from out of the state of Iowa. So if you're looking to go out of state, Drake is a great option for our students because you're going to meet people from over 44 different states and 37 different countries. And so the cool thing about that is that as a freshman, most of the time when I'm talking to out-of-state students, they kind of get cold feet. Will I have friends? How easy is it going to be? Well, knowing that 70% of your incoming class is pretty much going to be from out of state, it's pretty amazing to the fact that you're going to feel supported and feel like you have a community that's backed around you. So when we talk about out-of-state resources, Drake definitely has those for our students. So Drake is definitely for a specific type of student. So how I mentioned that we're the largest school in Des Moines, but not so large, our student to faculty ratio is 10-1. So this is for a student that wants to have that hands-on learning opportunity and experience, that wants to also be highly involved within their academics. And so what I mean by that are professors will host office hours. All of our courses are taught by professors. There's no TAs. And when we talk about academics, most of our programs, no matter what you're choosing, you're going to be able to apply what you're learning outside the classroom. So building that relationship with the professor absolutely gets our students where they want to be. And we cater to our students on an individual level. So if a student tells us, we really want to, if they're education major and they want to get back to teaching in Texas, we begin helping them get their certification, not only just in Iowa, but also back in the state that they're wanting to go back to. And that's within all of our majors. We offer over 100 undergraduate degree programs and 36 graduate programs. So again, small, mid-sized, but mighty. So we have a lot of options for our students. As you see, the 6 colleges to the right. So College of Arts and Sciences, Business and Public Administration, Journalism and Mass Communication, Education, Pharmacy and Health Science, and we have a law school, which is the second oldest west of the Mississippi. So again, no matter what major you choose at Drake, you're going to have the opportunity to apply what you're learning outside of the classroom. About 90% of our students complete at least 2 internships or research opportunities by the time that they graduate, and they're not mandatory. And we ask you where you want to go. So that's really the most important thing about Drake. And I wouldn't be doing us any justice if I didn't mention some of our top majors, which are marketing, journalism and mass communication, health sciences, and then political science. I have to give a big shout out because the presidential debates are actually held on Drake's campus. Because Iowa votes first, you'll have CNN and all these big name people coming in and the potential future president come to our campus and shake hands with our students. So if you're interested in political science or law, Drake is definitely a good school. Outside of academics, campus life is also one of the biggest draws because you're going to have to feel confident and supported in your community. So we offer over 150 student organizations, clubs and organizations for our students to participate in. Living in Texas, I think about having a hammock club and I'm like, man, talk about burning up where it is literally like 80 degrees today. But it's nice to know that you'll have advantage of a lot of different organizations for you as a student. Not only that, we're also Division I. So if you want that as a part of your learning experience or your student experience as an athlete or just to rally around as a student, we definitely offer that along with those smaller class sizes. So again, when we talk about the best of both worlds, that's just one of those examples. So we like to laugh and say, can you picture yourself at Drake? And I have to add, we also have a live mascot, a bulldog, named Griff, who also attends our games. So now that you've learned a little bit about Des Moines, you've learned a little bit about Drake, I want to talk to you about the application process. It costs $0 to apply to Drake. You can apply either through our Drake application on our website or also the Common App. Fairly simple. Some important deadlines that I would keep on your radar are that the application opens August 1st. That first early action or priority deadline is December 1st, and your regular deadline is March 1st. And we review on a rolling admission basis. So basically, as long as you submit your application, we will review it so long as we have space. We are test optional and have been for the past several years. So this is not just because of the pandemic, but students can either choose to apply with a test score or in place of a test score, have an interview or submit an essay. And your interview would be with me over Zoom. I'm not a scary guy. It'll be pretty easy. 100% of our students, basically all of our students, have an academic presidential scholarship between $22,000 and $26,000 per year. That is not the only way that we help our students. There's things like the National Alumni Competition, where if you have a 3.8 GPA, we give out several $3,000 scholarship awards and one full tuition award as well. Along with, on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see all those additional scholarships that our students can qualify for, like art scholarships, music scholarships, journalism scholarships, and a ton more. But another way that we help our students is through tuition.
We're running low on time. Did you want to share your information before we wrap up?
Yes, so tuition guarantee is also one of the biggest ways that we help our students. But again, my name is Jeremy Curtis, and I'll drop my information into the chat. But I look forward to speaking with you all.
Thank you so much, Drake University. Our next institution is Lawrence University.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Joe Johnson. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at Lawrence University, and I use he, him pronouns. Lawrence is a small college and conservatory of music located in the town of Appleton, Wisconsin, population 70,000 and a metro population of 250,000. So Appleton is going to have a small town feel, but you'll also find all the big city amenities. We have an airport, internship opportunities, transit, coffee shops, restaurants, a Riverwalk trail, museum, farmers market 1 block from campus, and even a performing arts center that hosts touring productions from Broadway, including Hamilton, Wicked, and upcoming Dear Evan Hansen. So what's unique about Lawrence? We are both a nationally ranked College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and a highly selective conservatory of music. Between the two, we also are offering 64 areas of study to our students. And we also have an option of students pursuing a 5-year dual degree program. Half your time is in the conservatory and half your time is in the college, and you'll have 2 degrees by the end of 5 years. It's the only program of its kind from an entirely undergraduate college and conservatory. Now, in terms of academics at Lawrence, our students are both challenged and nurtured through individualized experiences in our small classes, thanks in part to the 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio that we have here at Lawrence, one of the smallest in the nation. And here's an even smaller stat for you. 63% of all the courses we offer at Lawrence are 1 student and 1 professor. 90% of our students will take advantage of one of those independent study programs during their time here. The students that are drawn to Lawrence are inherently curious, they're creative, they're highly engaged and passionate about what they do and ways to improve the world around them. And our faculty are equally engaged, not just with their own research and scholarship and teaching, but in their mentorship as well. It's not uncommon to be invited to dinner at your professor's house for a book club discussion or to co-present with your faculty advisor at a local conference. Now, the academic curriculum at Lawrence is bookended by 2 quintessential scholarly experiences: first-year studies and the senior experience. First-year studies is our expansive introduction to the liberal arts. As a very traditional liberal arts college, we use a shared syllabus of works from a variety of disciplines, including Plato's The Republic, Alison Bechdel's Fun Home, Miles Davis's Kind of Blue, the Bhagavad Gita, and more. Through these courses, your first term and second term, you as a Laurentian are taught to think critically, read critically, write critically, to analyze and synthesize, debate, and communicate effectively across a wide variety of fields, not just the one you might end up majoring in. In fact, 75% of our students are multi-interested and will either double major or major and minor. Now, the senior experience on the flip side of things is the culmination of your Lawrence education. Every graduating senior produces some kind of scholarly work, an independent or collaborative research project, art exhibition, a senior recital, something else. The point is that you get to share your expertise, your growth, your learning, your light with the world around you. In the process, you'll also be preparing and pivoting for your next step in life. The Lawrence academic journey doesn't just prepare you for your first job or your first career, but helps you become a more mindful global citizen and prepares you for a lifetime of learning and growth and discovery. So it's no coincidence that our graduates enjoy 97% placement within 6 months of graduation. Now, we also understand that a lot of the learning in college happens outside of the classroom with a fully residential campus community, 100% residential here at Lawrence. And our community is vibrant, from our 14 world-class music ensembles to Division III NCAA athletics teams. We have 22 of those, 150 plus orgs and clubs on campus, a student-run garden, and even the world's longest-running trivia contest, the Great Midwest Trivia Contest, hosted here at Lawrence. If there's a passion you want to pursue in college, you'll find your home here at Lawrence. Now, in addition to the residential campus, I've been talking a lot about Appleton and the Lawrence campus. We also have 2 satellite campuses. One is Bjorklanden, which is our lodge and student retreat center. It's free to take advantage of this incredible landscape up in Northeast Wisconsin. It's free for clubs, organizations, music studios, athletic teams, and more to enjoy during the academic year. We also have a campus in London, and 45% of our students will study abroad during their time at Lawrence. So very much a part of the culture if you're looking for that. And if you want a community that's already rich with diverse perspectives, you'll find it here at Lawrence. 30% of Laurentians are students of color, 25% are first-generation college students, and 15% come to us from over 50 countries around the world, making us, again, one of the most diverse small liberal arts colleges in the Midwest, much less around the nation. So what's next? If you are just getting started with your college search, I encourage you to tour our stunning campus for yourself, pick up your free Lawrence t-shirt. And if you're a senior, it's time to add us on the Common Application. It's free to apply to Lawrence, or you can add us on our website. We have our very own application as well. We have multiple deadlines to fit your busy senior year schedule, and we've been test optional since 2006. We have a very generous financial aid policy. Our merit scholarships, you're automatically considered for, and they range between $15,000 and $32,000 a year, renewable every single year that you're a student. We also have additional scholarships for musicians and a theater scholarship you can audition for. We currently meet the full demonstrated financial need of over 90% of our admitted students, and we've raised the funds to become a full need institution, meeting the full financial demonstrated need of every student in the next 2 to 3 years. So rest assured, we are committed to your success and to access to an education here at Lawrence. Don't forget about me. As an Associate Director of Admissions, I'm happy to help. Here at Lawrence, we put students at the center of everything that we do. So don't be afraid to reach out to our office and to me. I'm happy to answer questions and help you navigate the college search process. With that, I'll pass it to our next institution.
Thank you, Lawrence. Our next institution is Marquette University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Anna Wilkes-Mitru, and I am an admissions counselor at Marquette University up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right. Go to the next slide. There we go. All right. So just a little bit about Marquette at a glance. We are located, like I said, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the largest city in the state of Wisconsin, and it is about 90 miles north of Chicago. We have the benefit of being a medium-sized university in a medium-sized city. So we do sit at around 8,000 undergraduate students. Again, having that medium size, meaning that we do have the benefits of a smaller campus feel, but also the benefits of being in a large city. Some of those smaller campus feel benefits include our smaller class sizes and our smaller student to faculty ratio. Some of our larger campus benefits include the fact that we do have over 80 different majors that are in our 7 different colleges. We have over 325 different student organizations that our students are involved in. And if there's something out there that we don't have, we strongly encourage students to start those organizations because chances are there's someone out there who has that same interest as you. Like I mentioned, we do have 7 colleges at Marquette that you could be a part of. We have arts and sciences, business administration, communication, education, engineering, health sciences, and nursing. Marquette is a direct entry university, which means that when you are applying to Marquette, you're also applying to one of the 7 colleges. And when you're admitted to Marquette, you're admitted to one of the 7 colleges. So there's no separate application, there's no waiting period. You're jumping right in to take those classes of your major. Each of these colleges has really unique opportunities for our students. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest and most diverse college. There's lots of research opportunities within that college as well. Our College of Business Administration and our College of Communication really focus on internships and making those networks and connections for when you do graduate. Our College of Education is dedicated to educating urban educators. So our students are jumping right into our Milwaukee public schools as well as the surrounding areas. Our College of Engineering has one of the oldest and most established co-op programs in the country, giving our students real-world engineering experience during their time at Marquette. And our College of Health Sciences and our College of Nursing, we are dedicated to educating ethically minded healthcare professionals. So we really get those students into those labs, into the simulation labs, and really get them that hands-on experience. We also have professional schools as well for students who are interested in continuing their education. So we have the School of Dentistry, our law school, and our graduate school. Marquette is a Catholic Jesuit university. And for those of you who might not be familiar with the term Jesuit, that is an order of Catholic priests that was founded over 500 years ago. And one of their biggest values is education. And so we really take that to heart at Marquette in both education inside and outside of the classroom. Part of being a part of the Milwaukee community is, or being part of the Marquette community is being a part of the Milwaukee community as well. So this map here goes to show you a little bit about where Marquette is in relation to the city. So on this map here, we've got the east side, the Pfizer Forum where the Bucks play, as well as our men's basketball team. We've got the downtown space right down Wisconsin Avenue. We have the Third Ward area, and of course, Lake Michigan, which is about 1.5 miles from campus. This here gives you another idea of Marquette's campus. It is a compact space and it's not directly in the downtown area. We do have our own campus space, so students don't feel swallowed up in the city. We do have green spaces. It has a very liberal arts campus feel, but it doesn't take our students longer than maybe 10 minutes to get from one side of campus to the other, which is really great, especially in the winter time. But this is Marquette's campus. They don't have to travel anywhere to get to any of their classes besides walking to or from their residence halls. Some other facts about Marquette and the students that we have is we have about 80% of our students involved in some sort of student organization. About 30% of our students take advantage of the study abroad opportunities. 75% of our students have an internship before they graduate, including 63% of our business students who have 2 or more internships by the time they graduate. And we do have students who participate in research opportunities, again, sitting at around 20% there. So our students are very highly involved, again, that outside of the classroom Jesuit experience. We also are a Division I athletic team. We have 14 Division I sports in the Big East Conference. We have club sports and intramural sports as well. So lots of opportunities for our students to get involved athletically. And finally, talking about our application process, we talk about finding your college fit, and we go through that process academically, financially, and personally. So the academic fit, our application is currently open. We do accept the common application and the Marquette application. There's no fee for either of them. The application, we require the application and official high school transcripts. We are test optional, and our application is due on December 1st. After that, we have talking about the financial fit. It does cost around $59,000 a year to attend Marquette, but we have the FAFSA that has opened on October 1st. We also have a variety of scholarships on our website, and every student will receive their merit-based scholarship with their acceptance. Deadlines for scholarships in the FAFSA are going to be February 1st, and you should know your financial package by mid-March, which leads to the personal fit of that decision day on May 1st, saying, yes, I'm coming to Marquette. I have found my fit. I can see myself here, and I envision myself as a student at this institution. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I will pass it on to my next university.
Thank you, Marquette. Our next institution is Northland College. Please remember to share any questions you have using the Q&A button on your screen.
Awesome, thanks. So hi, everybody. I am Abigail. I am an admissions counselor for Northland College, and I also graduated from Northland, so I'm super excited to share more with you all. So founded in 1892, Northland is a community of just under 600 students from across the US and a handful of countries. Our average class size is about 15 students, but definitely not unheard of to have classes of like 5 people, especially in kind of those upper level classes, more specialized. So you really get to know your community, which makes a more personalized experience and a more comfortable classroom space. And this photo is in the peak winter season after a really big blizzard. So a Midwest winter can be a lot of fun, especially for our students from the Southwest who, don't always kind of get weather like this. And we are located in the Chequamegon Bay in Wisconsin, up at the very top of Wisconsin, about an hour from Duluth, Minnesota, 3 hours from Minneapolis, and about 6 hours from the Milwaukee-Madison area. And Ashland is a small city of about 8,000 people located along the shores of Lake Superior. And the city is super vibrant. There's a lot of historic buildings, cozy restaurants, walking and biking trails, and the beaches and the marinas along the shore are really, really great places to watch the sunset over the lake. The lake's only about a mile from campus, so really easy to walk or bike. And you can see Northland's campus here in the photo. It's just over 100 acres, and we're kind of right on the edge of town between Ashland, and then behind us is about 1 million acres of national forests. So a lot of great hiking and camping really close by, mostly within, even just 30 minutes, 45 minutes of campus. And Northland is a liberal arts college. So essentially that means educating the entire person. So you're going to take an array of classes in things like humanities, sciences, arts, kind of whatever you end up studying. You take a broad range of classes to really learn different perspectives and lots of different skills. But we do offer a little bit of a twist here. So we focus a lot on sustainability, environmentalism, and social justice in our academic programs, but also just kind of in our way of life and in our community. So the people here are pretty passionate about this really beautiful place that we live in. So they'll do kind of anything to protect the land and the water that's really sustaining us all here. As for academics, our majors span the arts and the sciences. So there's a few kind of Northland specific programs like natural resources, outdoor education, sustainable community development, and humanity and nature studies. And then some of our newer programs would include a climate science major, and then a few minors like climate change studies, sustainable agriculture, and sports management. And speaking of sports, we are an NCSA Division III school in athletics, and we have 14 varsity sports. About 38% of our student body are participating in these team sports, while also being, full-time students, doing a wide variety, being, active club members, internships, research jobs, still doing the whole kind of student experience. And then kind of a defining characteristic, I think, of Northland is our pretty strong sense of community. So about 75% of students are living on campus in the dorms with each other. And we have about 20 clubs, 3 student publications, a gear rental store, a free thrift store on campus, a free bike shop on campus, multiple garden spaces. So it's a really great place to make friends and connections, do a lot of volunteering, a really supportive community. And it's really nice to be surrounded by other people who are really loving this area, love this community, and are just really passionate about learning and doing some really kind of neat and innovative things here. And our location is definitely super important to a lot of the stuff that we do. And central to that is Lake Superior. It's just a mile from campus, and it's the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface, and it's about the size of North Carolina. So it's super, super big. It also often creates its own weather patterns here as well. So we do get lots of snow, which is, really great if you want to learn how to do skiing, snowboarding, ice skating, ice fishing, tons of fun winter stuff. And Northland has developed a style of education that kind of thrives in this area, a lot of experiential learning. So whether that's in the field, the lab, out in the community, lots of ways to get outside and kind of get your hands dirty. We're only about 30 minutes from the Apostle Islands. There are 22 islands in the bay here, and really great for hands-on learning, lots of field trips and research that goes on there. Also great for like camping, or you can even sea kayak out to the islands or like island hop, really, really fun. As far as outcomes, environmental careers are definitely in demand, and they're expanding like crazy right now. So if you want to work in forests, fields, rivers, classrooms, or even large corporate offices, people who are well-rounded and really passionate and ready to make a difference are needed in just about every different form. So with the experiences Northland students have with internships, jobs, hands-on skills in the field, students are really set apart for the careers they're doing after graduation. And as far as applying, we are accepting and reviewing applications for fall 2022. We have a Northland app, and we also take the Common app. So it's free, and it's optional to send in test scores, essays, and letters of rec. And we have rolling admission. So we review apps as they come in until May, and it takes about 2 weeks to get you a decision back. Awesome. Okay, check out our website and social media pages. Northland does have a TikTok page, kind of fun. So definitely please reach out with any questions, and thanks for joining.
Thank you, Northland. Our final institution tonight is the University of Iowa.
Sorry about that. I had it muted. Apologize. Hi, everyone. My name is Lacey Patterson, and I am your Texas Regional Admissions Counselor. I live here in the Texas area and have the opportunity to work with all students that are interested in the University of Iowa from Texas. The University of Iowa is located in Iowa City, Iowa. We are home to the Hawkeyes. The University of Iowa is the flagship university, a Tier 1 research institution, a member of the Big Ten, and home to one of the most acclaimed medical centers, as well as a globally recognized leader in the study and craft of writing. With over 31,000 total students, our campus community is rich in culture and celebrates the history and story that each student brings to campus. This is a snapshot of our first year class here that we welcomed, and this was our most academically accomplished class that we've admitted to Iowa. At the University of Iowa, 1 in 3 undergraduate students are engaged in research at any given time. Students can expect access to faculty with a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and the average undergraduate class size is 30 students or less for 80% of our undergraduate courses. With strong academic opportunities, it's no wonder that Hawkeyes are very successful upon graduation. With over 200 undergraduate programs and 100 graduate, doctoral, and professional programs across 12 academic colleges, it's clear why the University of Iowa is the 33rd ranked public university. At Iowa, choosing a major is just a start. When it comes to an academic plan, we are flexible, and students can focus on what you love and work across areas of study to build on your own combination of courses. Wherever your interests lead you, we want to help you get there. The most popular areas of study for Texas students are English and Creative Writing, RTP College of Business, the Health Sciences, College of Engineering, and Biology. With the limited time I have tonight, I'm going to focus on our top 3. Writing at the University of Iowa is, Iowa's breadth and depth of writing is second to none. When you think of writing, this is a quintessential skill that will carry you through the professional and personal lives. At Iowa, students have diversity in their degree offerings in writing. English and Creative Writing, undoubtedly our most well-known and celebrated program, focusing on personal growth as a writer. Our innovative screenwriting and cinematic arts programs with impressive Hawkeye connections to Hollywood. And then our journalism and mass communication program, which takes a multimedia approach to storytelling. Next, the Tippie College of Business is the 21st public business program in the nation and offers direct admission for competitive incoming students. Students admitted to the Tippie College of Business participate in real-world experiences and leadership opportunities through our Tippie RISE program. RISE stands for Research with Faculty, Internships, Study Abroad, and Experiential Learning courses. Finally, Health Sciences at the University of Iowa is one of the most impressive academic and professional programs that we have. Our campus is home to 3 hospitals, a College of Medicine, College of Dentistry, College of Pharmacy, College of Public Health, College of Nursing, Neuroscience, Speech and Hearing Sciences, Chemistry, Biochemistry, Biomedical Sciences, Health and Human Physiology, and much, much more. Undergraduates who aspire to continue to professional programs find strong mentorship with faculty, groundbreaking research, and unique opportunities to be immersed in a robust and innovative health science-rich academic community. I also wanted to highlight the opportunity that students have to enroll in our honors program at the University of Iowa. The honors program does have a separate application that students are invited to apply with after they are admitted to Iowa, and this is a truly interdisciplinary program at Iowa. I encourage all my Texas students to apply by the November 1st early action priority deadline to maximize admission and scholarship opportunities. We accept the University of Iowa application, the Common application, and the Coalition application. There is absolutely no preference to the application you choose. As you will see here, our admissions process is very transparent, and we are proud of the fact that our acceptance rate is over 80% for the fall of 2021. I'm also happy to share that for fall of 2022, Iowa is test optional for admission and scholarship. I do want to make note that a decision for fall of 2023 will be made prior to July of 2022. Students are encouraged to apply for admission with or without a test score. Applications, without a test score will need to submit an essay and high school transcript with their application. If a student can take the ACT or SAT, they're encouraged to submit their score prior to April 1st. Receipt of a test score will never negatively impact a previous admission or scholarship decision. We know that the cost of higher education poses significant challenges to students and their families. We're here to help. That means more than offering scholarship. It means dedicated financial literacy support to help you choose the best lending solution for you. It also means simple breakdowns of financial aid sources and how you may qualify for them. So make sure to ask those questions. We want to help. Hawkeyes are very engaged outside of the classroom with over 500 student organizations from social, academic, religious, cultural, sports, and philanthropic organizations. Students enhance their education by engaging in the campus community and beyond. Every club, event, and activity is an opportunity to make a new connection and find your own community on campus. Living and learning in one of America's top college towns, it's easy to see why students call Iowa City home. I thank you for your interest in the University of Iowa. I hope that you please reach out to me with any questions and to learn more about your journey to the University of Iowa. It's great to be a Hawkeye.
Thank you, University of Iowa. I would now like to invite all of our guests to join me on video for a brief Q&A. All right, since we have just a few minutes left, I would like all of you to share one thing you would like students to remember about your college or university.
I'll jump in first. I think that I want students to remember that we're a place where you don't have to compromise. You can pursue multiple things that you love, which I think college is the prime time for. But also, Indiana Jones, the fictional character, is based off of a faculty member who taught at Beloit. So that's our fun fact.
And I was actually going to say something similar in regards to Drake. It's a place where students don't necessarily have to choose. So a lot of our students do double major. And so if you're wanting that as part of your opportunity, but really the hands-on learning experience as well. So those internships and research opportunities. And then a fun fact, I didn't know Jason Momoa was actually from Des Moines, Iowa. So I was seeing that he flew in for pancakes at a local diner. So if you love Jason Momoa and Aquaman, Des Moines is a place for you.
If you're the kind of student that really appreciates learning for the sake of learning and is looking for an education where you'll have a personalized, flexible, individualized experience, Lawrence is the perfect place for you.
I think something that makes Marquette University really special is the community that we have here and how we foster that community. We do have just such a tight-knit group of students, and the Jesuit value of cura personalis, which is Latin for care for the whole person, is something that we really embrace. And so we really ensure that our students are cared for as whole people, and we want to make sure that by the time you graduate, you feel confident in the direction you're headed.
And then this is kind of just a fun fact, but you can see the Northern Lights at Northland. I've seen them about 4 times over 4 years, and it can be really special to see such a weird natural phenomenon.
All right, I guess I'll end it out. The University of Iowa, I think that what I want to bring, being a Big Ten university, is there's a lot of rah-rah, big spirit, go Hawks, Hawkeye family, and that's really important. The University of Iowa's football team has a really amazing tradition that I want to point out because it kind of highlights the relationship between the University of Iowa and the community and what it really means. So after the first quarter of every football game starting in the fall of 2017, everybody turns and waves to the children at our Steed Family Children's Hospital. There's a viewing area so that the children can be part of that. We always have a children's captain from the Children's Hospital. So I think it just reminds you that there's something bigger than what you have going on in front of you and in your life. And so this brings our sense of community, not only within our campus, but within the whole entire Iowa City community as well. So it's a fun tradition. And if you Google the Iowa Wave, it'll give you there's great videos out there to watch. It always gives me goosebumps and makes me cheer up. So I hope you enjoy.
Awesome. Some incredible facts there. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your presentations and for your participation in the Q&A. We are now out of time, so I'd like to share my screen with you one more time and share a few final remarks. So thank you for those who are joining us. For anyone watching live, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. I encourage you to check on the schedule and sign up for more sessions. This session recording will be available along with other session recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.